Choice. Camp Choice the way. Camp Choice. Keep your path on straight. Camp Choice. Make your choice today. Camp Choice is the way. Camp Choice. Camp Choice. Camp Choice. Children having opportunities. Camp Choice. In creating environment. Camp Choice is the way. The development of this camp is intended to revolutionize society's outlook and approaches to youth development. Everyone knows that we live by choices, and through choices, lifestyles are created. However, throughout the generations, we have not been taught the true significance and power of choices. The power of choice is so extreme that it has single-handedly landed us where we are today.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lindsay Thomas. I am Miss Janae's baby sister.
I am Sade Thomas, and I am also Janae's second to youngest baby sister, and we are going to share a poem to start the introduction of the play.
Our sister asked us to write a poem about the beginning, and because we are both working on being poets, we felt like it might do some justice to start from the beginning of the Americas and not the beginning of time. Okay? The world has watched as generations were sheltered from the African-American genocide, only to realize with their own eyes any invitation to a Thanksgiving picnic meant they may pick a nigga to uproot and decoratively dangle from a tree. All of our American lives, we've had to fight. And I won't bring up the men and their mothers, the females and their fathers, the schools and their safety, because I'm not looking to justify it. Ill-minded idleness and arrogant aimlessness, they are my arch nemesis.
I, a child of God, ordained to keep my friends close and my enemies closer before guilt by association was explained as law. I was kept by men. Spiritual order had been established by Father Time, natural order discovered by Mother Nature, America discovered by Columbus, and families abolished by slavery.
We are beings who've seen things like hands being raised like the sun, fingers spread like the sun's rays, beating upon the backs of slaves.
We faced the fair-skinned who were given the right to beat a black man blacker, unless, of course, this fair man desired pleasure, because in the world of the fair skin, they manifested realities.
In this world, black wives were used as a muse to please master by pleasure and accept that she will surely raise his family as her own, gracefully.
She simply prayed, while her children were left to be overseen by Uncle Tom and Aunt Jemima, taught to be obedient by religion, and that they will never be forgiven for the sins of their elders.
We were blessed with ancestors who knew to retreat to the heavens when faced with darkness and death. They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, but I can't stand the bitterness of this unnatural fruit.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Case for Camp Choice. We are so grateful for your presence, and we're hoping that you're going to enjoy this production. We've been working very hard on this since the end of January. We've put a lot of time and effort into this. We have a wonderful cast and crew, and I just know you're going to enjoy what we have for you. So, let the show begin. Camp Choice the way. Camp Choice. Keep your path on straight. Camp Choice. Make your choice today. Camp Choice is the way. Camp Choice. Camp Choice. Camp Choice. Children having opportunity. Camp Choice. In creating healthy in a world with enough resources to fulfill everyone's needs? How successful have we been at taking care of the world? Children are one of the world's most precious commodities. They are the only resource that we have in continuing civilization. They determine what the future will be like. Knowing this to be true, how do we care for our most precious commodity? Children having opportunities in creating environments. Camp Choice. Camp Choice way. Camp Choice. Keep your path on straight. Camp Choice. Make your choice today. Camp Choice is the way. Camp Choice. Camp Choice way. Camp Choice. Keep your path on straight. Camp Choice. Make your choice today. Camp Choice is the way. We hear, see, and read about it every day on the news, in the papers, the schools, the neighborhoods, and in our homes. Every day, all across this earth, children are neglected, endangered, abused, and even murdered in all sorts of ways. The war, poverty, pollution, divorce, single and even no parent homes, domestic violence, physical and emotional abuse, sex predators, drugs and alcohol, lack of education, resources, opportunities, etc. The world has created an environment that is unsafe for children. How did we get here? We got where we are today through choices. The choice of individuals that is powerful enough to impact all of us. In order to live a better society, all children must be taught about the power of choices. Children have opportunities in creating environments. Camp Choice. Camp Choice way. Camp Choice. Keep your path on straight. Camp Choice. Make your choice today. Camp Choice is the way. Camp Choice. Camp Choice way. Camp Choice. Keep your path on straight. Camp Choice. Make your choice today. Camp Choice is the way. The development of this camp is intended to revolutionize societies. Outlook and approaches have you noticed to the youth in development, empowerment, plant seed. Full of love, full of peace, full of justice. Happiness, fellowship, I'm talking friendship. Brotherhood, if you would, can you handle it? The choices that we make, are we seeing it? It's Janae, aka Camp Choice. Children having opportunities in creating environments. Holla at me. Camp Choice. Camp Choice way. Camp Choice. Keep your path on straight. Camp Choice. Make your choice today. Camp Choice is the way. Camp Choice. Camp Choice way. Camp Choice. Keep your path on straight. Camp Choice. Make your choice today. Camp Choice is the way. Camp Choice. Camp Choice the way. Keep your path on straight. Make your choice today. That Camp Choice concert was lit. Woo! Hard day's work. Woo! Working hard every day, all day. Let me see what's on this TV.
Money, money, money. I'm money hungry. Owner and operator of Got Your Money Casinos and Financial Services. Now, in appreciation for all my valued customers, I have something new in store, so come on into the casino. Here at Got Your Money Casinos, we value our customers so much. I partnered with owner and operator Blacko Tobacco Industries and the CEO himself, Smokey Cancer.
Smoker Cancer here, CEO of Wacko Tobacco Industries. As you've seen, I had teamed up with my puppet Money Hungry here. For a limited time, every pack of cigarettes you buy will plant 4 trees in your name. And for an extra limited time, we're selling smoke by the can. You can cook and clean with it.
I also partnered with owner and CEO himself, Sloppy Drunk.
I'm Sloppy Drunk. I own this really cool establishment. It's called
Can't Stop Liquors.
Can't Stop Liquors. See, I got them coming in young. Even the kids love it because I sell all the good candy too. See, once you get them coming young, then they can see what they have to look forward to. I may be drunk,
And remember, at Got Your Money Casinos, you're always a loser.
What in the world did I just watch? Oh my God, what is this world coming to? You know what? On that note, I'm going to bed. Uh, mm, mm, uh.
Good morning, and welcome to the gathering of great minds. My leadership and my DV exceptions will take the world by storm. Our principles and policies are essential to financing those who have, those who haven't. If children keep having children young without jobs and education, they won't get a chance. Haven't got what we want them. Now, introduce yourselves and, tell us how you can keep poverty alive.
Much poverty here. I am the Minister of Economic Growth. It is tough being the Minister of Economic Growth. I mean, downfall of a nation. Everybody wants to get ahead. But of course, I won't allow that. Only a very few can be allowed any significant will. As long as we can keep children from knowing the power in their choices, we got this in the bag, ain't that right?
That's right. We got that.
You forgot about me. What about me?
High five.
Okay, all right.
What's up? Salty Fat in the house. I got those zoom zooms and whams. I got gobs of grease to keep your arteries clogged. If you don't know, I run that Eat Your Heart Out Food International. See, I make so much money off of little people, it's insane. See, the secret is I charge very little for the unhealthy stuff that everybody wants. And for stuff that's actually good for you, like grapefruit, carrots, hummus, I charge so high only the wealthy can afford. Now, that's capitalism at its best.
I am strong violence. It is my responsibility to protect our nation against any perceived enemy force. I move at the slightest inclination of it. I believe you fight first and ask questions later.
Yeah.
If you ask questions at all, I'm willing to listen to you. If you don't hear me, I pray for you. Even if it takes every stinking dime of the nation's budget. And I almost always do. Silence.
It ain't funny. You guys are great. But I have to introduce two very important people. Kathy and Tony. They are perfect examples of what keeps our classes secure. They have parents.
That's right. I'm Kathy Carter. And who wants to know? I could care less about what anybody thinks of me. I live how I want to, and when I want to, without a care of who has to pay for it. Yeah, that's right. Tony left me alone with Mandy. And I'm pregnant again. Mandy, she's not really my kid. Well, she is, but she's in foster care, so not really. But I just can't seem to get my life straight.
My name's Tony, and if you don't know me, now you know me. But guess what? Another girl talk about how I'm the baby daddy. You know the song, I'm happy about it.
No.
You good? You good? Alright, let's make it straight. Anyway, her name is, I think she's the 11th one. Now that girl from last week makes the 12th. Or is she the 5th? It don't matter. Because I'm going to keep them babies coming like,
It's not cute.
this minute. Meeting's adjourned.
Hello? Oh my God, I just had the craziest dream. Girl, I dreamed that the president and other government officials, along with bad parents, would cause up a scheme to make life miserable for kids. Even more miserable than it already is. What do you mean it wasn't a dream? You mean to tell me what I just witnessed was real? Oh my God, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is this world coming to? Lord, that dream was horrible. Father, you know I love children, and I want the best that life has to offer for them. I want them to know who they are and whose they are. I know you gave me this camp, but it's just so hard. It's so hard to get the community to care. It's so hard to get the community to support it. I don't know what to do.
I hear your cry, along with all the others who cry out for peace. Change is in the hands of humanity. You have the power you need. It's in your choices. Teach all children the significance of their choices. I will be with you and provide all you need. Have faith, my child.
He says, have faith. What are you supposed to have faith? Why you haven't got Camp Choice this one? I'm here to supply your wants and believe what I say.
Faith is the key, and it does change things. Camp Choice, go. Carry on the battle and fight for what you know is right. Hold on to your faith.
No, don't hold on to your faith.
The enemy wants you to feel defeated because he knows you're close to victory. Camp Choice, follow God and fight for his children. Hold on to your faith.
Faith has won again! Lord, I trust you with all my heart and all my soul, and I will do your will. I will follow you, Lord.
Miss Flores, do you put your right hand on the Bible? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Then sit down then.
Miss Flores, what is your occupation?
I am a high school math teacher.
Well, tell us what your experiences are as a high school math teacher.
I can show you better than I can tell you. It's tragic the way you guys are all behaving.
Attention, boys and girls. Stop this behavior I was before Miss Flores went out crying again.
Andy, please, dear. I can really do without your sarcasm. I'm only here to teach you one thing that you need to know for your entire life, which is math.
All I need to know is when I'm getting my nails done next. I learned all this biz back in grade school. You can't tell me nothing.
Man, you couldn't expect Miss Flores like that. I wish you knew how to act. I wish you knew how to act like a lady. Maybe then you'll understand the importance of education.
Sean, who asked you, Mr. 4.0, always on your stuff? You just have to tell me what to do. Bye.
Yeah, Sean, my mom graduated from college, but she still can't find a job. Plus, she owes a bunch of money to student loans. Yeah, the American way is stupid. I feel everyone should learn all their loans for free. Then they'd be more smart people. Duh.
Major dull, or man, Miss Flores don't even get paid that much, especially to do with your messy man.
First of all, if I had a family like yours, I wouldn't be so much mess while you talk.
Well, don't take this too personal, but the type of family you're up in doesn't determine your path in life. Your choices do things.
You know what?
Okay.
You know what? I thought you was my friend. You know what? If I had a family like yours with a fast fairy tale household life, I wouldn't be so much stronger.
I said don't take it too personal. Class, come down. She's so
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Miss Green?
Yes?
Miss Flores. I'm sorry to have to call you again for the fourth time this week, but Mandy just stormed out of class after an altercation with your students.
Oh, Lord! What am I gonna do with this child? Thank you, Miss Flores. Thank you so much for keeping me informed. But I gotta go.
Okay.
I need to call my husband. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Earl, you're not gonna believe this. Mandy done walked out of class again.
Oh, for God's sake. That poor girl's gonna send us to an early grave. Call the social worker. She needs to get Mandy some help before something terrible happens to her.
Hello? Hello? Yes. Miss Marks, this is Linda Green. How are you doing today? Really? I mean, okay, whatever. Listen, it's about Mandy, okay? I don't know what to do with her. Listen, no matter what we say, no matter what we do, she just seems miserable. Nothing seems to make her happy. Please tell me there's something you can do, Miss Marks. Please tell me. She walked out of school again.
Miss Flores, in your 20 years of teaching, how have the challenges that your students face affected you professionally and personally?
Well, The institution of education in our nation is severely flawed. They leave students coming to us unclean, untreated, and unready to conform from childhood to adulthood. And since Camp Choice wants to help us, we should support it.
We should support it. We should support it. We should support it.
Objection! 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 Objection!
Strong violence, it is not your turn. I see where you got that name from.
Defense, you may cross-examine the witness. Ms. Flores, how are you today?
Great. How are you?
You know, a moment ago, you were sharing, and I appreciate all that you want to share about the fault of other people, but you know, you were sharing that teachers often have the kids all day long, more than the parents do, but that somehow it's everybody else's fault. The kids aren't doing well. Is that what you're saying?
No, ma'am. Maybe some teachers' fault, but not me. Definitely
So not you. Are you a teacher?
not. Yes.
You have kids all day? Okay, so I think it's your fault, and so I rest my case. Thank you.
Your Honor, I call Mandy Carter to the stand.
Place your right hand on the Bible. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I guess.
Sit down then.
Sitting down.
Mandy, tell the court why you feel that the world is guilty of these acts of child abuse that Camp Choice is accusing.
Well, where do I start? It all started when I was born. My father didn't want my mother, and neither of them wanted me. Growing up with Kathy made me hate life, even hate myself. And my father, Tony, what a cool joke. If God really exists, how could they allow them to make my life so miserable?
Order, young lady. I will not have that tone in this courtroom.
I can do whatever I want in this courtroom. Okay. All right, I'll settle down. Respect the court. Respect the court. Really, Judge? The court allows many who are wrong to pay away their crimes, while many who are right rot in cells so they cannot pay. These are some of the very reasons why Camp Choice is suing the world.
Mandy, I have no more questions. You may step down now.
I will step down, but not before I say what needs to be said. Judge, look here.
Okay, witness, sit down.
I'm gonna need you to calm down, baby. All the way down. Mandy, normally I'll kick your butt all the way out this courtroom. But considering the case, I'm gonna let you speak.
Thank you, Judge. Well, I make bad choices because I didn't think that my choices would cause any effect on anyone else. The choices I made were foolish. I was coming home late, skipping school, failing my classes, hanging out with people I know I shouldn't. My life was just getting worse and worse. You know what? It's the world's fault. The world could be better if it wanted to. If it made choices to come together and make choices that will help everyone. I think the jury should make the world pay. Make the world pay. Make the world pay. Make the world pay.
That's enough of that.
Okay, everyone, that was the end of our lovely. So I want to thank you all again for being here, and we definitely want to acknowledge some people. I don't know if the principal of Southeast is here, Miss Bassett, but I definitely want to acknowledge her before all of you all and to say thank you so much to her for opening the doors of this school, as well as the pastor of Peace Baptist Church. He opened the doors of his church to allow us to rehearse every Saturday, which was a big blessing to us. And then, of course, I want to tell you all about our crew. So you guys can definitely open the curtain because I'm going to say the names of the cast and the crew. And you guys, I'm going to say your names, and then we're going to all take a bow together, okay? So the bailiff is Malachi Shields. That's fine. That's fine. Camera guy, Kevin Tony. Camp Choice, myself. Our court reporter, Tatiana Marshall. The creator's voice, Wilson Hammond. Defense attorney, Valencia Broadus. Earl Green, the voice, Wilson Hammond. Evil, Nitra Anderson. Our judge, Paris Holly. Kathy Carter, the biological mother of Mandy, the lady that's just a mess, Jasmine Hart. Linda Green, Miss Tara Collins. That's Mandy's foster mom. And Lisa Marks, Kiara Stewart was our caseworker. Love, Princess Hopkins. And Mandy Carter, that troubled foster child, Jalen Hart. And on the commercial, when I came home to watch TV, that crazy commercial, that was Eric Borsouth. Petey McGee was sloppy drunk. Eric was money hungry. And Smoky Cancer was Gavin King. Miss Flores, Jasmine Hart. Much Poverty, Heaven Phillips. The Press, Dallas Lee. Prosecuting Attorney, Syria Shields. Salty Fat in the House, September Richards. Marquise Williams was our president, shall lead. Sean Smith, Mandy's classmate, Quan Reed. And Quan was also Mandy's biological father, Tony Parks. Wilson Hammond again, he was the voice of, well, no, he was Strong Violence, commander of defense. And Tina Long, Mandy's classmate, Jakara Scott. And then my sister, Sade and Lindsay, they did the poem in the beginning. They're probably out there. And okay, so our tech crew, Omari Tatum, my brother Kevin Tony, and Jamaria Stevenson. And I just want to say something about this young man, Omari. He is come out here, Omari.
He's a senior here at Southeast High School, you guys, and I'm just so impressed with this young man. You know, all these young people I'm thoroughly impressed with, but I just want to say something about this young man. He's a senior in high school, and he has a work ethic better than a lot of adults I know. This young man is very professional, and I could just see him going far in life, and I just appreciate everything he's done for us with this production. Thank you, Omari. And Omari has a crew, too. I don't know their names, but thank you. So our props, James Johnson, Demetrius Davis, and Quan Reed. And James, I'm so grateful to him. He's been with me I've done this play, this is the third time, and he's helped us every time we've done this, and I'm so grateful to him. As well as Princess, there's some others that have been with me every time, and I greatly appreciate them. Our ushers, Jamarius Stevenson and Miss Barbara Thompson. And Miss Barbara had another volunteer with us, and I'm so bad with names, but she had on the white Camp Choice t-shirt that says, choice, 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 choose well. Miss Larnice Jones, thank you so much. And then the door sales, that is Miss Kelly Mocho and Carol Ransberg. Thank you so much. And so I also want to give a special thank you to Valencia Broadus. Will you please come up here, Valencia? So Miss Valencia, she runs Smart Scholarships, and she came to me about this play. I actually put this play down after the first 2 times because we didn't raise enough money to support the camps. So I thought I should focus more on the camps, but she came to me because she works with all these students and she needed an internship for them. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it again. So we did it again, and I'm just so grateful to her because I would not have endeavored this again without her coming to me, and we have no regrets. These young people are amazing. They have blessed us so much. Absolutely. Really.
Because if it was her first writing the play and just breathing it and doing everything else, we wouldn't have. Thank you, really. We love you very much. And so she's awesome.
They know I love them too. So I don't want to belabor this because there's so many people to thank. I mean, I'm thanking all of you because you're here, and that's so important to us to have an audience. So please give yourselves a hand. I want to give a special thank you to Minister McKenzie. He's on the camera, and he's given of his time and his talent to help us out with this, and I greatly appreciate him for that. So a couple of things I want to make you aware of before we get to the We Are the World song. Because I want us to all sing that together, and you all have the song in your program. But before we get to the song, I want to tell you a little bit about Camp Choice. So I started this camp as a result of losing my mother in a car accident when I was 15 years old. She died. I'm the oldest of 4, and my grandparents took my siblings and I in, and I got pregnant right away. My first time having sex when my mother died. And I just made a lot of poor choices. I left my grandparents' home. I got on welfare. But a couple of things my mother did for me that was my saving grace was first giving me a spiritual foundation. She taught me about God. And without the Creator in my life, I don't know where I would be. And I know everybody has their own faith, but I have to give a shout out to my Savior, Christ. I have to give a shout out to my Savior, Christ. So my mother gave me a spiritual foundation, and she signed me up for a scholarship program called Project Choice through the Kaufman Foundation. That afforded me to go to college. So the Kaufman Foundation offered us an opportunity to go through an entrepreneur awareness program. And I didn't know anything about entrepreneurship, but that's where I created the concept of Camp Choice. And what we do is adult life simulations for kids. So we currently do them at 3 Trails Salvation Army Camp on 40 Highway here in Kansas City. And I rent out 3 levels of lodging that represent low income, middle income, upper income. So when the kids come to camp, they randomly draw a profile. Just like in life, we don't get to choose the environment we're born in. So that profile determines which cabin they can afford to stay in first. And then they get challenge cards. They go through obstacles. The challenge cards will have a poor choice or a positive choice or a circumstance out of their control that'll raise or lower their income. And we tally it up. By the end of the day, Saturday, they can either maintain their lodging, move to higher level lodging, or have to move to lower level lodging. So they're having a blast. They're learning so much about life, and it has a life skills curriculum that goes with it. So we're talking all things life throughout the weekend. I bring in a caterer who does healthy and delicious meals. They're demonstrated to the young people. They walk away with recipes for everything we've eaten over the weekend. And I bring in a physical fitness instructor that does fun workout with us Saturday and Sunday morning. So my next camp coming up is May the 18th through the 20th. And we are about full for that camp. But I do have out the doors a waiting list. So because we're also going to have a camp in September. So make sure you sign any young people you know, 8th through 12th grade, or you can starting at age 12 up to age 19. If you know any young people, get their name on that waiting list so we can contact their parents and get them plugged into these camps, because this one in May, we're bringing Bobby Seale here. I'm working with a group called Sankofa for Kansas City. And the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense did amazing things across this country to help poor and oppressed people, specifically, Black people. But economics goes beyond color. So what we want to do with Sankofa for Kansas City is we want to support all oppressed people, all poor and oppressed people, and we want to do things in our community to deal with the murder rate, to deal with, all the violence and poverty and lack of housing and all these resources that people are lacking. We are going to strategize and create a 10-point plan for Kansas City. So there's actually flyers. When you're on your way out, please get a flyer about Sankofa for Kansas City, because you want to get involved, have the opportunity to meet Bobby Seale, who's the co-founder of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, and learn the truth about the Black Panther Party, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. They weren't hoodlums, and they weren't these militants just carrying guns. They were protecting the community. And they started all kinds of social programs to help the community. So get information on that, sign kids up to get involved with the camp. And we also need volunteers. So there's also a sheet to sign up if you're interested in volunteering for the camp. So I think that's all the information on the camp. I want to give a special thanks to my husband, Victor Davis, wherever he is, for all his support and encouragement and just everything he does to help me pull everything I do for this camp, everything he does to support me in doing what I do. I really appreciate you, husband. So with that being said, I think, I do want to, because I do these plays in April because April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. And I want to go over a few statistics about child abuse that you might not know about. In Kansas City, Missouri, there are an average of 342 emergency department visits each year for probable child maltreatment. There are an additional 93 visits that result in a hospital stay. This means there is a visit to the hospital daily for probable child maltreatment. That means child abuse. Each year, child abuse in Clay, Jackson, and Platte counties result in nearly $5 million in hospital-related expenses. From 2011 to 2015, there were 323 visits to the hospital for child abuse. And weekly, at least one child goes to the hospital because of abuse. Each year, 6 children are killed by homicide. And, year after year after year, this stuff adds up. And, 6 might sound like a small number, but 1 is too many. So we really have work to do in the community, Kansas City, and things may seem overwhelming and that there's nothing that you can do personally to make a difference, but that's why it's so important for us to come together, because there's power in numbers. So get involved in the community. And please forgive me if I've forgotten to acknowledge someone, because that's not my intention. I want to, before we sing We Are the World, I want to thank all the parents of the cast members, because there's no way they would be participating without you allowing them to do that and bringing them back and forth to rehearsals and just everything you've done to support this. We greatly appreciate you for that. Okay, so in unity, they're going to play the song We Are the World, and you have your lyrics, and we're going to sing it together. Stand up, everyone.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We are the one, God's great big family, and the truth, love is all we need. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Well, send them your heart, so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free. As God has shown us by turning stones to bread, and so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. Oh, the choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better
for those of you that don't know, the ultimate dream of Camp Choice is to build a youth development fun park right here in Kansas City for kids. And if you didn't know, I have a little donation box out there for my $20 million goal. So in the next 3 to 5 years, look for it. Good night, everybody. Love